Hello and welcome. Today I'll be reading The Tale of Shin, a novel written by Hannie Elan. I hope you enjoy the journey. Episode 4, 6 months ago. The school bell rang, and the moment it did, Shin grabbed the hand of her one and only best friend Yamin and dashed toward the basketball court. Yamin, a petite girl of Shan Chinese descent, was as pale and round-faced as a porcelain doll. She barely reached Shin's ear in height and had to hustle after her long-legged friend, huffing and puffing all the way. But she never once complained. If Shin was happy, so was Yamin. If Shin was down, Yamin felt the weight too. They weren't just best friends, they were soul sisters. They knew everything about each other. No secrets. That's why they always said, best friends for life, or else you're in danger. You know too much. If they didn't stay best friends forever, one of them was definitely going to get blackmailed. Or worse, because if either turned against the other, it wouldn't take much for one to become the other's most dangerous weapon. They'd grown up together, always eating, playing, and going everywhere as a pair. Their parents were close too. Yamin's family ran a Japanese-Burmese company and lived mostly in Japan. Although they wanted her to grow up there, Yamin's grandmother had insisted on raising her in Yangon, Myanmar. And thank goodness for that, Shin thought. Otherwise, she would have been completely alone. As they reached the basketball court, Yamin nudged her. "Hey, why don't we sit in the front row for once?" Shin instantly pulled back. "Ugh, no thanks. That's terrifying. I'll just hide back here and admire from afar." Yamin turned to look at her friend with an exasperated sigh. In her mind, she cursed gently and narrowed her eyes playfully. Unbelievable! Miss Shin, who owns the whole school, can bully Thaw all day long, and the second Koze shows up, she turns into an idiot. Can't talk straight, can't walk straight. Seriously, under the same roof, she turns into a mess just because her crush is nearby. Still grumbling in her head, Yamin followed Shin to the very back row of the bleachers. "So, what's our plan?" Yamin asked, holding up a chilled water bottle and a soft drink. "If we're sitting far behind, how could we hand this drinks to Koze? I swear, Shin, if you don't make a move before his graduation, he's going to leave without ever noticing your existence." She crossed her arms and continued. "Come on, we've only got one more exam season before summer break. You said you'd confess to him before he goes to university." Shin didn't even hear her. Her eyes were locked on Yadu, her senior crush, who was already out on the court, playing. She leaned toward Yamin and whispered like she was watching a dream unfold. "Yamin, look at him. Yadu's just perfect. The way he plays is so cool." Yamin didn't even try to hide her sarcasm. "If you're happy, I guess that's all that matters. There's a saying, if crazy people are content, the world is at peace." Shin just smiled faintly, not the least bit offended. Her attention remained glued to the court. Then, ring, ring, ring. Shin's phone buzzed, interrupting her fantasy. She glanced at the screen and immediately frowned. Her fingers clenched around the device as she picked it up. "What is it? Say it." "Mama? Shin, where are you? Study group just ended, so I was gonna head home, but..." Shin cut him off coldly. "Go home on your own. I'm staying at Yamin's tonight. Don't call again. That's it." "Wait, Click." She ended the call before Thaw could finish his sentence. Yamin, who had overheard enough, leaned over and asked, "Who was that?" Shin didn't answer. She simply tilted the phone screen toward Yamin, who burst into giggles when she saw the contact name, Fish Sauce. "Girl, you're awful. You just ruined our role number one's dignity." "Ugh, I can't stand that boy. Always acting like a baby in front of Dad and his mom. And he likes to call me Mama, too. He's just 8 months younger than me. I've told him to just call me Shin, but does he ever listen? Never. I'm over it." Okay. So you're really sleeping over at my place tonight? You didn't tell me. I just did. What, don't want me over? Of course not. You're always welcome. Just caught me off guard, that's all. You just popped in here with all your diva energy and I wasn't ready. Shin grinned. Ugh, I missed half of Yadu's game because of that stupid call. She stood abruptly, snatching the water bottle and the drink. Break time. I'm going to give this to him. Let's head out after. Before Yamin could respond, Shin was already up, straight-backed and determined, bottles in hand. Yamin blinked and watched her go, stunned. Since when did Shin get so brave? As Shin inched her way closer to Yadu, Yamin held her breath. She watched her best friend walk right up and hand him the drinks, exchanging a few words she couldn't hear. Then suddenly, both of them turned and looked her way. Yamin awkwardly smiled and waved, nearly choking on her nerves. When Shin returned, she wore a proud little smirk. Let's go, Yamin. Huh? Already? We're not watching the rest? Nope, that was enough for today. Let's go home. Okay, but when we get there, you better tell me everything you said to Kosei. Shin didn't respond with words, only a smug little grin. Yamin never did find out what Shin had really said, because when she handed the drinks over, Shin told Yadu, "The girl in the last row asked me to give these to you." If Yamin had heard that, she would have lectured Shin all night. Author's note: while juniors usually refer to Yadu as Kosei, Shin, who's only 2 years younger, always calls him simply Yadu.